Today I want to talk about government, layers of government, socialism, and all the people out there that make me scratch my head wondering why we don't have more government. Yes, let's have more government. Let's today, just to give you an example of what we deal with when we deal with government, we sat in immigration here in Asia from 6 a.m. until 3 p.m. We were number 26 in the queue. Over the 8 hours that we got there an hour early, they opened at 7. They dealt with 25 people over the first 8 hours before they finally helped us. It was infuriating. They went on break right after they served 25. We're 26 and 27, and we had to wait an hour and 15 minutes for them to come back from break. Now, this is government in action. Similarly, our immigration with the United States, my wife is Canadian, we're waiting for a green card interview. 11 months just to hear back that they've advanced the paperwork on to the next level. Government in action and all sorts of bureaucracy still to go. You see, there's a big difference. When you walk into the Apple store, it's sleek, it's fun. People are willing to help you. They want to teach you how to learn how to use the product. You know why? Because they have competition. Competition is the key. The government and government agencies have no competition. They're getting paid no matter what. And there's almost no minimum amount of work that they really have to do because it's almost impossible to fire somebody who's working for the government. I have a friend who's a high-level attorney for the US government, and he wanted to fire somebody who was just horrendous and could not do so. It is a travesty what goes on with our government. So all the people that are advocating for socialism also, that want more layers of government, that want regulations, geez, you deal with it and you just want to wring your head out. It stifles us from advancing. Do we need some regulations? Absolutely we do. We cannot allow people to do something that affects others negatively. It's called a negative externality. So for example, you're a business, you have a chemical plant, you're a car manufacturer, you can't dump all your toxic waste into the river because it's a little bit cheaper for you and allow it to go downstream and harm other people. There have to be regulations for this. Similarly, there should be building codes in order to prevent buildings willy-nilly from falling over. I'm not advocating for a total anarcho-free market. What I am advocating for is limited government intervention. And similarly, those advocating for socialism, when Bernie Sanders says, I want socialism, when AOC says, I want socialism, you've never been to a socialist country? And I've been to many of the socialist countries that formerly existed or that may still exist. You go to Russia or anywhere pretty much in Eastern Europe, people are miserable. Even today, they've been taught not to smile. There's abject poverty that was created by communism, by socialism, and they're not friendly because if they smile, then they're going to be, 1 in 3 people in East Germany was an informant to the Stasi, and you talk to the wrong person, which is pretty likely 1 in 3 probability. You say the wrong thing, you get sent to the gulags. You don't invite a conversation by smiling at people. This is what socialism does. It breeds corruption. Just look at what's happening in Venezuela. And when Bernie Sanders advocates for socialism and he says we want the socialism that exists in Sweden and in Denmark, these are not socialist countries. I swear to you that the Danish premier, the prime minister of Denmark, told Bernie to zip his pie hole because Denmark is not a socialist country. It actually ranks higher in terms of business liberty than the United States. And they have very low business taxes. Yes, they do have a very wide social safety net and free health care for the populations there, but they are not a socialist country. And it's a horrible example because you're presenting something that is false. You're presenting something, it's like if I presented a ground squirrel and told you it was a lion. Socialism doesn't work, and added government layers and bureaucracy doesn't work. Whenever you deal with the government agency, the DMV, how many of you out there love going to the DMV? Hey, sign me up. Who wants to go to the DMV? Oh, that sounds like fun. I'll go with you. Said no one ever. Yeah, it's just, let's eliminate the layers of bureaucracy. Look, that's my rant. I don't want more government. Allow people to perform the functions that they choose to and try not to limit them. Every time you put a needless bureaucratic mandate on somebody, you are depriving them of liberty. Right now, there are writers in California that are out of a job because they've stated, according to a bill passed, Assembly Bill 5, passed very recently in California, that you're only allowed 35 columns per year to be paid for before they have to hire you on full staff. Sounds great, right? Hey, these people deserve to be hired. Yeah, but the wokest of woke media, Vox Media, has fired all of their bloggers for SB Nation and have exported the jobs elsewhere. This is what happens when you have mandates from the government that interfere with the free market. Again, some are needed. We need building codes. We need laws to prevent negative externalities. Certainly some more, but let's limit them. And hey guys, if you like this video, share it with a friend, hit the subscribe button, and do please let me know if you think I'm wrong in the comments, or maybe I'm right. Who knows? It is a possibility. Have a great day, and peace and blessings.